Hey, what's up guys? It's Roy here. So today's video is all about these right here. These are the 1MORE SonoFlow over-the-ear headphones. They're roughly around $75 right now on Amazon, but there is an instant 15% off coupon. So if you want, you can follow my Amazon affiliate link down in the description and scoop these bad boys up after watching this video if you think these are for you. Now, these were sent out to me from 1MORE, so big thank you to them for sending these out. And I have been looking for an affordable pair of over-the-ear headphones that have ANC, transparency modes, and these kind of check all those boxes. So if you are someone, like I said, that's not trying to break the bank and spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, these actually might be for you. So let's get these open, let's take a peek, and let's see what comes inside them. So as you can see here, as far as the box goes, pretty simple. It has a picture of the headphones here, the 1MORE branding. It does say high-res audio and high-res audio wireless. There is also LDAC as well, so if you have an Android device, it does support that as well to give you even more premium sound, which I can vouch to say that it does do that. Quiet Max, so it has AI noise cancellation. It says it is tuned by Grammy-winning sound engineers. Not really sure what to think of that. But also there is a 5-minute equaling 5-hour fast charging capability, which guys, in my opinion, is really huge. Normally you read about it being a 10-minute charge for like an hour. Well, these are 5 minutes for 5 hours. That's pretty dang impressive. And then if we flip it over to the back, a bunch of mumbo jumbo back there that we don't care about. And then on the side here, it does talk a little bit about that it has 40mm DLC dynamic drivers. You are getting 70 hours of battery life, which in my testing, it's pretty dang close to that. I've gotten around 68 hours to 65-ish. So it really depends on how much ANC you're using, etc., etc. AI environmental noise cancellation, 12 studio grade EQs, which I'll show you. And you do have the ability to do wired and wireless as well. So as far as opening it up, let's get this box open here. And whenever we slide them out, we are greeted with these two things here. So one, we do get a user guide, which is in a lot of different languages, but the main one is in English here, which is pretty simple. It's self-explanatory. As far as the packaging of the carrying case, it's really nice. It's a little bit of a hard material, but it's still soft to the touch, has some 1MORE branding, a little spot here if you want to, you know, hold it or maybe strap it to like a carabiner or something, I guess. And then when you unzip it, this is what we get. So we have the headphones, which are collapsible and very, you know, yoga-esque, right? So kind of bending like a pretzel here. Has a little carry-on pouch thingy here as well, a little spot there that does include a USB-A to Type-C charging cable. And then we also have a 3.5 to 2.5 audio cable here. So it is wired as well. So if you are interested in just plugging these up to something instead of wirelessly doing it, then you have that ability as well. And then here are the headphones here. And I gotta say guys, the headphones are really nice. And also with the carrying case, I think it's pretty nice. You got this nice cup inside here that the headphones fall in, and it does remind you where the R and L or right and left go, which I appreciate. So, you know, just something to kind of point out there. Here they are. So all in all, guys, from my initial first impressions when I first got them, I felt like they were decent build quality. I mean, you got some plastic, definitely, mostly a lot of plastic. The top kind of has this kind of a faux leather up here, which is pretty nice and has like the 1MORE branding right there. And then there is some 1MORE branding right there as well. So not too shabby. It's kind of like a blackish, grayish color. It does come in some different colors as well. So if you go to the link, you'll see, I think there's like a blue and I think maybe an orange or reddish or something. I'm maybe having a complete brain fart here. But all in all, nice pad up top. So if you're wearing a hat or not a hat, it feels nice and cushiony on your head. The ear cups are nice and cushiony as well. And I do feel that my ears aren't touching the interior, so that's something that I've noticed with some more affordable headphones over the past. So definitely can appreciate that. On the sides here, we do have some buttons. So we have our NC button here for the ANC, so we can turn it on and off. We have our volume up and down buttons here as well. It does say Quiet Max, which that's kind of what they're marketing for their AI noise cancellation. Down here at the bottom, that's where our audio jack port is. We have a little dot here for the microphone. And then that is our power button, which when we turn it on out of the box, it actually comes with about 60 to 75% of battery. I've been using these for, like I said, almost a month, and I haven't had to charge these yet. So the battery life is pretty dang impressive. So I fully charged them when I first got them, and I'm at about 60%, I think. And that's awesome. Like I literally have used them for video editing. I've used them to just jam out and listen to different music, and they've done well. And then on this side here, we have a USB-C port, and then another little LED indicator right there as well. So whenever you're powering it on and stuff, it'll flash. And then that's pretty much it as far as that goes. Now, as far as putting them on, when I put them on here, you tell me, what do you think? Look good? So one thing I can say just right off the bat, right now I have the ANC turned on, and if I push that button, it's gonna do two little dings, and now it's in transparency mode, which I can actually hear myself talking in my ears, which is kind of weird. I can hear everything around me pretty good, actually, like the sound of my cob lights, just, you know, playing around on the desk. I can hear that pretty well. And then if I push that button again, it does this like sound, and it goes into active noise cancellation, and it does a pretty good job too. I mean, is it as good as my AirPods Pros 2? It's close. It's close. I've taken them like to eat with the lunch before, my lunch break. And I'm one that prefers in-ear more than anything, but if I'm video editing, I really like to have these on, so that way it's just kind of canceling out everything, but I'm not going to get any ear fatigue as well with like the in-ear designs. And I really appreciate these. These are very lightweight. They're around 250 grams, so very lightweight. I don't feel like I'm getting any, you know, head fatigue or ear fatigue with these on. And I've literally sat in front of this MacBook Pro for hours with these on, and no issues at all. So very good. Now, I do want to point out the app. So you get two different types when you're looking at the app here. So one right here is, I'll show you when I'm looking at it with the top-down camera. You have a picture of it here. I've already upgraded the firmware to version 1.3.0, but if you notice here where it says high definition codec LDAC, it says after enabling, a delay/disconnection may occur due to the large data transfer. Now this actually happened. So when I turned that on using my Android, it actually did turn off and actually disconnected and then reconnected. And I can tell you right now, there's a pretty good difference between using it with an Android and using it with my iPhone. Now, is that to say that it doesn't sound good with the iPhone? Absolutely not. It sounds very good as well. Now, one thing that I do like about this is that, as you can see here, you have your different listening modes. So I can turn off ANC, I can turn it on, I can go through pass-through. If I go to the sound options, that is where I have our 12 different presets that are equalizers for bass boost, classical, hip hop, pop, lounge, you name it. I have found that studio's probably my personal favorite, but then also classical sounds pretty good as well. I think for bass heads, the bass booster definitely boosts the bass, but when I'm listening to music, mostly on Spotify, I think that the studio is probably the best sounding one. But then if I go into classical, I think it does give it a little bit of a different sound, but it doesn't have that flat profile. But for video editing, I think studio actually works really, really, really well. And I like the sound profile that it gives me. It's not too loud. The bass sounds really good. It's very present. So I think for anyone that is a bass head, I think that you're going to appreciate the sound profile that you get out of these. I don't think it's overwhelming by any means. I think the drivers that they have are really, really nice. So all in all, I really like these headphones. I really do. Now you can simultaneously have these connected to two different products. So I do have them connected to my Android and iPhone, but I have normally been only having it because I usually use my 15 Pro as my daily driver. I usually have it connected to my MacBook Pro, and then I'll have it connected to my iPhone 15 Pro. But one thing that I haven't really tested is actually hooking them up directly wired. I do know usually when you're doing wired headphones, you do get a little bit better sound and a lot more low latency. But I will say though that using these to watch stuff on Disney Plus or Netflix or YouTube, I do not get the Godzilla effect either. So they are actually not that bad. So it's very low latency. I'm not having any issues with the voice matching up to what's pumping in my ear canals. So all in all, guys, for what, 60-ish bucks after the coupon, these are pretty dang nice. So there you go, guys, the 1MORE SonoFlows. I definitely would recommend these if you're looking for an affordable over-the-ear headphones that's going to actually give you decent noise cancellation, decent call quality, and give you some extra customization out of them as well, and also give you that transparency mode if you're out in public and want to be able to hear people sneaking up on you, or just your environment around you, or maybe even take them out to the gym. I mean, I don't know if I would recommend using these as gym headphones, but if you're taking them to work and stuff like that, but need to hear someone in the cube next to you talk to you, the transparency mode works pretty well. So hit that like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, please subscribe, ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless. I'll see you on the next one.